Hi, my name's Tom. I'm going to do you a quick coil build video, very simple. I've been watching a lot on YouTube and there seems to be a lot of coil demonstrations on how to build these really elaborate coils, but what I'm going to try and show you is just how to make a simple micro coil that you can use for your everyday vaping. I've been dripping now for, I don't know, 3 months, and building this coil now is second nature. You'll get loads of nice clean vape from it. I'm making this video for a friend back in the UK who's just started and wanted a bit of advice, but I thought I'd stick it up on YouTube, maybe help a few other people. Let me know what you think of it, and there you goes. So first things first, we'll start with the kit I use. This is an old case that I got when I bought a Ego Vision starter kit. It's come in handy for a couple of things, and since I've started dripping, I've been using it to carry my kit around. So in there, as you can hopefully see, got some nail cutters, a couple of pairs of different tweezers, a couple of precision screwdrivers. I keep my spare battery, my dripper, and my Kanthal and my cotton. Nail cutters I'm going to use for snipping the wire once I've installed it into the RDA. Two different types of tweezers just to help me manipulate the coils once they're in place and squeeze them down. 2.4 mm precision screwdriver. That's what you're going to wrap the Kanthal around. That I just used to tighten down the posts. Cotton is cotton to soak up your oil. There I've got 26 gauge Kanthal, my spare battery, and I said my dripper. I just keep it all in there. You can just take it with you, leave, throw it in the car, whatever. Done. My dripper, I know this is the same as my friend back in the UK who this video is for. It's a Cronus mod with a Trident clone head on there. Okay, first things first, you're going to need your snippers, your Kanthal, and your 2.4 mm screwdriver. What you want to do first of all is get about 6 inches of Kanthal, cut it off, carefully it doesn't fly all over the place. You're done with that roll now for a minute. So you get your Kanthal. Now hopefully this is going to turn out okay. There's a close-up. You hold down the Kanthal against the body of the screwdriver and then start wrapping around. And you want to get these coils, these wraps, as tight and as close together as possible. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that's pretty bad because I was trying to watch myself on my phone as I was doing it. That's 7 wraps there, and for the batteries that I'm using and for my RDA, that's going to be fine. It's a 35 amp discharge battery, 3.7 volts. Just squeeze that down. I mean, you're not going to get it too tight. In fact, I'm doing 8 wraps, so I'm going to do one more. I got away from me there, but that'll be okay. You can squeeze those down a bit. Make sure you're as tight as possible. You're going to be able to compress it a lot when it's in your mod. So hopefully you can see that. That's not too bad. I did do one earlier to save a bit of time, and that one worked out a lot nicer. That's my normal standard. So when you have your 2 coils built, you want to make sure your battery is locked. To be even safer, we can dump the battery out. So there's an empty tube. Pop the top off your build. There's mine. I did this a few days ago. I vape quite a lot, so it's a bit burnt. Let me just see if I can move this up a little. So now I'm going to detach my build. The whole mod only needs to be finger tight when you're locking it up once you've put your battery in. If you tighten these posts too tight, they can cut through the Kanthal and you'll lose your connection. You just want to pull out your older build. And if that's clean enough, you'll leave it as that. If you've got a bit of detritus or gunk in there, you'll clean it out, but you shouldn't have much. Then you're ready to start inserting your coil into your mod. Sorry, you want to go into a positive post. I'm going to go into the furthest negative, just so it'll help me space out the coil better and have it more centralised. I'm happy with that around there. Now, I'm not one of these artisan coil builders. I'm a practical coil builder. I'm not going to paint over this for hours to getting it amazingly perfect. I'm going to do a quick build that's going to allow me to continue to vape. So once I'm happy with that, take my screwdriver out and I'm going to cut off this excess. If you hold the end when you cut it, it's not going to go flying across the room. Cut them nice and short. That'll focus in. And then my one I built earlier, which I'm a lot happier with, I'm going to feed in also. Just bend the edges up because I've used the furthest post, the furthest negative. When I put this through, it's got to come past that coil. So they're both through. Use my screwdriver again to make sure the coil doesn't twist up. Okay, that's nice. Just tighten that, just finger tight. Don't hammer it and lose your and cut through your Kanthal. And then cut off that excess also. Okay, this is where your tweezers come in. Okay, now we need to test the coils, make sure they're firing okay. So get your battery, throw it in. Use a freshly charged battery when you can. That's all the tightening you need, finger tight, nothing more. As long as there's a connection, we're good. Hold it down, you get a bit of smoke coming off. And the coils will warm up. It takes ages to warm up because they're poorly spaced. So while they're warm, squeeze them down. A little better, only a little. I'm going to use these because this one is completely out. And just from feeling that, I can feel that one of these connections isn't tight enough. I'm just going to screw them down a little more. And these need to be glowing from the inside out. The coil is heating up from the middle and extending outwards. So keep heating it, keep compressing it. Both sides, obviously. I'm going to do this for a minute and you'll come back to me when I'm done. There you are. So you'll be able to see a little bit better now. I've got a camera in the way so I can't see, but you guys can. Right, pass that through the middle, grab hold of it, and if you twist it as it comes through a lot easier. Got a bit of a thick bit there. Okay, so I've got a good amount either side now. Don't need that. Don't need that. And then one thing I do is I just wrap it loosely around there just to help you get it in place. That's just something I've figured out for myself. I'm sure there are thousands of people out there doing exactly the same. I'm not claiming to have invented anything. Airflow is important, so make sure the coil is nice and clear, that your air ports on your cover are going to be able to get to it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. And then we need to do the same on the other side. Okay, so there we have that. As I promised, nice simple build, no tricks, no fanciness. Both wicked now, ready to go once I've put the oil on. Now I'm using, where's the bottle? One sec. I'm using this this Hemdall bottle. It's got a banana flavour. Ragnarok is who it's by. I'm not sure if you can see that because of the light. I'll hopefully put a link in the description to this. It is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Vapes absolutely beautifully, delicious flavour. So you want to saturate it. First time that the fluid goes on, takes a little longer to soak up, but once it is saturated it will accept your e-juice really nicely. Just get all of that in there. Just trying to keep a good exposure around the coil because like I mentioned earlier, airflow is all important, and the more of that coil that's exposed, the more air that's going to come around through the air holes, around there and up through your dripper, up through your mouthpiece. Okay, it's about there, it's not going to accept much more. Okay. And once that's bedded in a bit more, we'll be getting a lot more vape. Let me try another battery just quick. There we are, yeah. So that battery needs to go on charge. A nice decent amount of vape from there. Time to see what its vape's like. And one last thing, when you put this cap back on, you want to make sure that you line up the air holes with the location of the coil. Okay, so that's all set now. Okay, so that's your coil build. That should be absolutely fine now. I just want to give a quick shout out to a company called Love Vape. When I first came to Philadelphia, I popped in there, they gave me some really great advice. They've got a massive selection of different juices, any flavour you can think of. Me and my fiancée went down there, she found a couple of flavours that she is absolutely crazy about. Like I said, this is the Kanthal by Ragnarok. Yeah, but Love Vape, if you're their web store I think is opening very soon, but if you're in the Philadelphia area and you're a vapor, get down there and check them out because they've got some amazing stuff. But we'll see how this works now. Yeah, not too bad, that's good. Good amount. Great flavour. It's not too warm either, it's not too hot. But yeah, make sure the coils are tight, make sure they're locked in position, make sure the airflow is good, make sure you're using decent juice. I've sent you link specifically to my friend who this video is for. I've sent you links to that website. Grey Haze, they're good for the UK. Like I say, if you're in Philly or roundabouts, Love Vape, we've got some brilliant juices. But yeah, that's my first video, my first vape video. I might do more depending on how this is received. But if you like it or you think it was helpful, like, comment. If you got any suggestions for me, maybe not such a stupid t-shirt, let me know. Subscribe, there may be more videos, I don't know, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, cheers.